Hi everyone! So today I'm going to be talking about brushes. Brushes are really important, even if you just have a little bit of makeup or you have, massive amounts of makeup. Having good brushes is really going to help your makeup be good. So I keep my brushes in this little cat jar. So cute. And these are my eye brushes, and then I keep my face brushes in this bigger one. So, the reason that I'm doing this video is because I went to Sephora the other day with a friend of mine, and she was asking me about my brushes, and you honestly don't need to spend a lot on brushes. You can get really good cheap brushes that are good quality and that will work for you. You don't need to spend a lot. So a lot of the cheaper brushes that I have that I really love are from Elf, from the Studio line. Those are the ones with the black handle. These are really great. I have some from the the Professional line. That's the ones with the white handle. These are $1 and these are $3. I would spend the $3 compared to these. The eyeshadow brushes from the Professional line are good, but they this is what happens, the top falls, or the glue will separate. You can just, it's not a big deal, you can just put them back together and they're definitely usable, but it's just kind of annoying, and eventually you do have to repurchase new ones. So I just feel like the ones like the black handle ones, they just last longer and they're a little bit better. They're also way softer. The face brushes from the Studio line, they're way softer, and I just really like that line compared to the $1 line. But with that being said, I really like the eyeshadow brushes. They're dense. They're not fluffy. I don't like fluffy eyeshadow brushes like this, where it's because I feel like you can't get a lot of color on. Look at the difference. I just feel like this is way better for packing on color. This brush this is technically an eyeshadow brush. I use this as a blending brush. This is from the Sonia Kashuk line from Target. These are really great, but you gotta be careful because I do have one brush from her, this face brush right here, that sheds so much. When I sweep it across my face, I get little hairs that fall. But with that being said, her brushes are really good, but you do have to be careful about that. Any brush is gonna shed, but I've actually had this for a year and it still sheds a lot. So my number one brand that I recommend is Real Techniques. Real Techniques you can get at, find it in more places now. You can get it at Target. I saw them at Walmart recently. You can get them at Kohl's. Kohl's has a really big selection of them. And you can also get them on Ulta and realtechniques.com. And the Real Techniques brushes just look like this. And they feel really nice. They're really nicely put together. And they have so many different brushes. And they're really inexpensive. They're a little bit more than, say, the e.l.f. ones. But honestly, they're worth the money. They are fantastic. They're so soft. They're made from synthetic hair. So if you're cruelty free or anything like that, these are going to be really great for you. I've never ever had one fall apart. Some of them I've had for almost 2 years now, and I've never had them fall apart. Real Techniques also has a, what is it called? I think it's called the Miracle Sponge. It's kind of like a dupe for the Beauty Blender that's $20 at Sephora, but their sponge is only $5 and it's fantastic. I feel like don't even spend the $20 on the Beauty Blender. I would just get the Real Techniques one. It doesn't soak up a whole lot of product, and it really, the shape of it really gets into the little places that some of the cosmetic sponges that are triangular shaped, those can't get into, that one really gets in there, and it's really great for your makeup, especially if you have dry skin. So what I do when I'm looking for brushes is when I go into Sephora, I look at the sale section. Usually they will have brushes in there, and a lot of times they'll have like brush sets. So I got this brush set. It was like a Valentine's Day one, and it has like little hearts on them. I don't know if you can see that. It has little hearts on it, and they're so cute. These are like the softest brushes I think I've ever felt. And this face brush I love. I just dust it across my face. I like the shape of it a lot because it's kind of more tapered, so it really like gets in there. It also comes with an angled brush. I use this for contouring, and it comes with an angled eyeliner brush or brow brush. I use this for eyeliner. It's really, really nice. It really gives you precision. And I just dropped it. It also came with these two brushes that I use every single day. These two brushes are really nice. This is a crease brush, and it's a little bit more packed, I would say. It's not as fluffy, and this just gives you a really nice precise crease. I use this after I use my blending brush, which, as you can tell, this one's a lot more fluffy. Wrong brush. As you can tell, it's a lot more fluffy. So this I use to put like a base color down, and then I go in with this more precise brush and I do the outer V. And then it also came with just a standard eyeshadow brush. I really love this brush. I use it all the time, which is so weird. I usually before just use the Elf ones, but I love this brush. It really just like gets in there and like packs it on. Even though it's a little bit more fluffier than the Elf ones, it's still really great for packing on. So for a blending brush, you want something that's fluffy. You don't want something that's like, so this is the Elf blending brush. I use this for more precision, but to put down a crease color, you definitely want a fluffy brush like this. This is the Sonia Kashuk one. This was from a holiday collection. I got this for Christmas, and I love it. This one doesn't shed at all. It's only that one brush, which is so weird. So I don't know, maybe it's just that brush, but it's just so fluffy, and it really gets in there and blends everything out. The Real Techniques brush that I use for blending is this one, and it's kind of like triangular in shape, if you can see that. And this is the base eyeshadow brush. I don't use this for eyeshadow, it's way too fluffy. I just use this to blend in my crease. Some other brushes that I think are really good to have are, some eyeshadow brushes that I think are really good to have are, I really like this brush from Real Techniques. It's like really, really small. And this is just the accent brush. This is really good for doing small detailing. Or when I use like a pigment, like today I used this one, the NYX Ultra Pro pigment. I use this to really pack it on and get that like color. I also use this like in my waterline to clean up my brows with a little bit of concealer. You don't have to use brushes for, you know, whatever they say they are. I almost never use brushes for what they actually are supposed to be used for. And this needs to be closed because it's bothering me. Okay. Some other brushes that I really think are good are the Eco Tools brushes. These, I've only seen them at Walgreens. Oh, which you can also find Real Techniques brushes at Walgreens. I've only found Eco Tools though at Walgreens and Ulta. And then they have a website online. But these are really nice, they're really soft, and they're very inexpensive. So some face brushes that I feel like are like essential are you need a good powder brush. One that's fluffy and is soft, because you don't want to put, like, I have, where is it? I have this one that I just got, like, in this Victoria's Secret set, and it's so scratchy. It's horrible on your face. I never use this. I only use this, like, if every single one of my brushes is extremely dirty and I have to use this, that's when I use this. Yeah, you want to find one that's really soft and fluffy and can just get in there. My favorite blush brush is this Elf one from the Studio line. This is just the Elf blush brush. It's simple. It's kind of that, it's denser and it's kind of like a tapered shape. This is also good for setting under eye, but I mostly use this for blush. This could also be a really good highlighter brush, but I just use this for blush. My brush that I use for highlight is an Equals Tools brush. It's just a fan brush. It's really soft and it's very fanned out like, and it's kind of fluffier. I have another one of these. This is a Bare Minerals one, and this one's a lot smaller and a lot less fluffier. This I like if I'm really like going for that precise highlight, but usually for everyday I don't want that like stark highlight that you can like really tell. So I like this because it just kind of puts it over more space, so it doesn't look as like, oh my god, she's got highlighter on. Another brush that I really like is this brush from Elf. This is the small stipple brush. I use this for cream contouring. This is really, really great. It's really soft and it really blends it out, and I like that it's smaller because you can kind of get more of a precise, it's small but it's still fluffy, so you can get more of a precise contour without it like being very like, you know, extreme. Another brush that I really like is this one from Real Techniques. This is the brow brush, but I don't use this on my brow because it's way too thick. I use this to clean up with concealer, like my lips, or if I make a mistake around my eyes, or sometimes I use this underneath my eyes, like with eyeshadow. Another brush that I really like, this is by Sonia Kashuk, and it's just like this small pointed brush. I used to use this for cream or gel eyeliner, which this is amazing for that, but you don't really wear cream or gel eyeliner anymore. I usually do, like my favorite eyeliner is the Kat Von D ink liner. I hardly ever do gel liner. I don't even think I own gel eyeliner anymore. But what I do with this is I like to use this if I'm doing a red lip or like a bolder lip to get like a really precise line around my lips. This is really great for that. Or if I'm doing my eyes and I'm doing like really detailed eye look, then I use this. I think that's about it. Oh, also another good thing. Sometimes when you buy palettes, they come with nice brushes, like when you buy palettes at Sephora. I have two brushes from the Urban Decay Naked palette, and I use these all the time. Some people didn't really like these brushes. I actually really love them. The shadow part is very dense, so you can really pack it on. And then it came with like a fluffier side, which this is very similar to the Sonia Kashuk. Very similar. And then the second one came with more of a rounded, no, this is the third one. This is the second one, this is the third palette. This one came with more of a rounded brush, but the same like eyeshadow brush part. Just a very dense brush. I really like these. I use these all the time. I think the most important thing to remember when getting brushes is that you don't have to use them for what they say you are. So if you see a brush and you're like, oh man, that would be a great contour brush, but it's a foundation brush, don't think that that's what you have to use it for. You can use it for anything. I use this foundation brush from Sonia Kashuk. I hate this as a foundation brush. I think it's horrible. This is the number 121, but when I do cream highlighting underneath my eyes and like down my nose and stuff like that, this is the perfect brush because it really just gets in there and it's pointed so you can get into the inner corner and really spread that out. I think another thing to remember is that, again, you don't have to spend a lot on them, but you want good quality brushes. Some brands that you can get online that are really good are like Sigma and Morphe and stuff like that. They've been all over. I don't own any brushes from them, but I mean, I have heard just rave reviews about them. So I think that's about it. Yeah. And you don't need like 100 brushes. I would honestly just get like brush sets. I think that's way better than getting individual brushes. I would start off getting brush sets, and then once you notice like the little things that you need, I would get those. And yeah, I think that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys learned something. And if you liked this video and you want to see more, subscribe, and if you liked it, thumbs up. And if you want to leave me a little note down below, comment down below. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.